everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today we are joining as we go. So we have some squares here. Now I have only made 6 squares because I am using this as a cushion cover for my living room. As you know, I'm yarn bombing all my cushions, so this is going to be one of them. I will show you what I've done with it later on, you know, what the back will be, etc. But I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to show you how to crochet them together in the technique of joining as you go. Now, when you are doing this, obviously I've only made 6. If you are making a bigger blanket or whatever, you are going to have to do, well, I tend to do all of my squares first. All of the squares bar the last row. Okay, so I have decided that my last row will be graphite. Okay, I'm going to put them together with graphite, a darker grey. And so normally I would finish my square in the graphite. But because you use that last row to actually join them, you can't do it until you are joining them. Okay? So, to get started, you are going to pick one square. So I've put them in the order that I like. I think I like anyway. Maybe that should go there. You know, you can keep, no, because then that green is together. No, let's do that. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. It doesn't matter all that much. Okay, so I'm going to join them like so. So I'm going to start with this one here. Okay, so what you need to do with your first square is go round all the sides. So you are going to, in the color that you are meaning to join, you're going to do another round of granny clusters going around your square. So let's get started. So it's the same thing as with a granny square. You just keep doing your clusters and your corners as you normally would. And this time for the first square you have to go round the 4 sides. For the other squares it's going to be different, so I will be back when I have done this one and we are ready to do the second one. I have now gone round this square all the way, so I've done the 4 sides and the 4 corners. Now I'm going to take the second square here and I am going to do 3 sides. So I'm going to start here and I am going to do 3 sides just like before with double crochet clusters and the corners. So when I have done 2 corners and then when I am here, I will meet you here just before the 3rd corner. So I have now done my 3 sides on this square here and we are ready to start attaching it to the square we did previously. So let's get started on doing the corner. So you do your 3 double crochets, then you do 1 chain. Next you are going to take the square that you are going to attach it to and you're going to go from above into the corner there. You bring up a loop and you're going to do a slip stitch. You do another chain because that's your second chain and then you are going to do the rest of your corner. Your 3 double crochets. When you finish those, you are going to go back to the other square and you're going to go in between the next 2 clusters, sort of round. What I tend to do is I wrap it round like this so that and I tension it so when you come up it comes along with you. Okay, and then you do your slip stitch again into the next space that you are working in of your square that you're working in, you do your 3 double crochets. Then again back to the other square, roll it round, bring it up, and you do a slip stitch. 3 double crochets into the square that you are working in. And we will be ready to go into this one again. Wrap it round, bring it up, slip stitch. Back, doing your 3 double crochets. And again, into there, wrap it round, bring it up, do a slip stitch. This time we have arrived at the corner. So you do your 3 double crochets, you do your 1 chain, then you go into the corner space there, wrap it round, bring it up, do your slip stitch and a chain. The second part of your corner, 3 double crochets, and you are ready to do your slip stitch here. So I skip the standing stitch and I go into that one there and I do a slip stitch. And we have now attached both squares together. Okay, so that's what you are going to do. So let me put these back in the position that they were, I think. So when you're making a blanket, you are going to go that way. So first you do the first line, okay? Then you do the second line. And now starting the second line is the same way as doing the first line, because you have to do 3 sides, then you attach. But then it goes different. So I am going to continue doing this one and this one, and then I will show you how to do the other ones when it changes. The first square you do 4 sides, then here you do 3 sides because you're attaching on one side. Here you do 3 sides because you're attaching on one side. Here you do 3 sides and you'll be attaching on one side. Okay, I will see you when I have finished that. So I have attached all these here with doing the 3 sides and then attaching the one side. Now we have come to a place where I'm going to have to attach 2 sides. So I have crocheted 2 sides. And really what we are going to do now, so I've done the first cluster of my corner, chain 1 into there, and we do the same thing as before, but we are doing 2 sides. So really I try to do as many sides as I can without attaching it to the blanket, because obviously working like this is a lot more, you know, cumbersome. This is small, this is okay, but if you're making a big blanket towards the end, it gets very big and you'll have it on your lap and things like that. So I always like to do the bits where I can away from the blanket, and then just do the sides that you have to attach it with as a minimum. Okay, so keep going, and when we get to the corner I will explain how I do that. So there we go. Why is it that every time I start filming, my yarn seems to be like ever so short, even though I put some of it ready? Always runs out straight away. So there we go. So now we're doing the corner. And so you do the first cluster. You do a chain, and then what I tend to do is I go to the opposite square, so not here and not there, but I go to the opposite one just so that it would give it, I don't know, maybe a little bit more tension or strength or whatever, just so that it stays nice and square as well. So the second part of the corner, and then you continue as before, hooking it in to the other square each time you finish a cluster. So like I said, I am going to turn this into a cushion cover. I have lots of cushions to choose from still, so it doesn't matter, you know, the size of this yet. I can still make it bigger by adding some squares to it. But I thought this was a good size to show you how to go about it. So like I said, this can be used for a blanket or for smaller things. I will post the video, obviously, of what I have decided to do with this once I decide which cushion I'm going to cover, and once I decide which back I am going to do, because I am making the most of the opportunity and I am doing the backs all in different designs as well, so that when you turn the cushion over you have a different look. Not only that, but I get to try out lots of techniques. So I am thinking about what I am doing for the back already, so hopefully that will be on your screens soon. Okay, so now all I have to do is this one, and that again is attaching two sides to the blanket. So we are going to do two sides first, and then we attach the other two sides to it, and then it will be done. So here it is, it's all finished. I will be turning this into a cushion cover, and I will let you know which one I end up choosing. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was useful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.